Hello, everyone. Welcome to our COVID concert. We're so happy we could finally have a concert with a little bit of normalcy tonight. So before you hear is the spring semester edition of the Grafton High School Band. We're very excited to be here at Kennedy to provide a concert for you. One of the things that I did in my research when I was searching for venues to have this concert, knowing it would have to be outside, was I looked for places in town that kind of made a natural band shell, if you will. So with the addition of the new part here in the gym, you can see it does kind of make a nice acoustic environment. We were here earlier today. We had a dress rehearsal, and we played here in the courtyard, and it was a great rehearsal. It was very hot this afternoon on the blacktop. But we're very excited to present to you our spring concert, and we will also be honoring our seniors tonight. So I am very much excited to be here. I hope you are too. We're going to start things off with a very famous piece for wind band by Vaughan Williams titled Flourish for Wind Band. The score was actually lost to this piece for many decades, and it was found, I believe, in 71, and then it was recorded again in 74. And it's been a classic in the repertoire ever since. It's a wonderful concert opener fanfare, and so please enjoy Flourish for Wind Band. Nice job. Great job, guys. So as we continue on here, we are going to play a piece entitled Moscow 1941. And if you know anything about the events of that time, you know there was some serious stuff happening in Europe at that moment. So this piece sort of depicts the successful defending of Moscow from the German invasion in 1941, and it has several components of the whole process. So it starts out with a traditional spiritual entitled Meadowlands, and that's the main melody that the clarinets here have at the beginning. And then as the piece, in the middle of the piece, you'll notice a very quick tempo change where we start to turn from more sort of worrisome, sort of haunting melodies into more of an urgent, kind of chaotic scene. And you'll definitely notice the change in timbre at that point. So without further ado, let's play Moscow 1941. Good. So as percussion starts to set up here for our third piece tonight, I just want to talk a little bit about kind of what we've been up to lately here in Grafton at high school band level. We have been making the best of this challenging time. So every day we go outside for class, and throughout the winter months, we would be in the auditorium, but part of the sort of mitigation processes for COVID involve us staying in a room only for 30 minutes. So if you remember back to that Pep Tunes concert in December, we couldn't have anything longer than 30 because of the ventilation sort of policy that the district's adapted. And really every music program everywhere has sort of adapted to this study out of the University of Colorado. So we could only stay in the auditorium for 30 minutes, and then we would kind of travel down to the large gym and have another 30-minute rehearsal. But if you look in the back here, all that percussion is a lot of messing around to haul through the school. And it's a lot to haul into the auditorium for every rehearsal as well. I mean, it gets to be a lot of the same old stuff. And then on top of it, they have to wear these musicians' masks, as you saw in December. But, you know, with the weather being nicer, we're able to go outside now. So we have normal rehearsal really for the entire 85-minute block. We're outside. And we're grateful that tonight it is beautiful weather to be here. So we're just super happy we're not in the gym there. So for our third piece, we are going to play a piece called Encanto. Encanto, as you can see in the program notes, it's a Spanish word that translates to charm in English. And there's sort of a distinctive melody that you'll hear in the beginning. The clarinets have it first, and then it sort of translates to everybody else a little bit later. And you'll hear there's a very distinctive motif in the beginning with some fermatas. A fermata is when you hold a note and then you keep holding it until the conductor stops you. So it's kind of empowering to have that control, right? But it's fun. It's a great piece. It involves mixed meter, which means you won't be able to sort of feel where the pulse is for a portion of it. So listen for that as we play Robert W. Smith's Encanto. All right, so we're going to take a break from performing for a few minutes here, and we're gonna honor the seniors of this group. They have been, well, everybody's been here longer than I have, but they definitely have been a huge contributing factor to this group's success for this school year. And I honestly believe that I don't think I could have done this the way that I did it without their help and their guidance. We were talking the other day, and if I would have grown up in Grafton, I would have been in fourth grade when they were in kindergarten. So we're close in age, and it's a cool experience for me to be able to have with people that are so close to my age, and I hope that I was able to give them the experience that they wanted. As much as that can happen during COVID for their senior year. So we're going to honor each of our seniors tonight. I have created, Janelle, if you want to just hold up one of those for me. I have given, I'm going to give each senior a plaque as a sort of commemoration of their participation and their achievement in this group. And I'm just very thankful that you guys were able to be here this year and we were able to do what we did. So let's start off with, we're going to start off with Kyle. Kyle Bauman, he is a clarinet player. Kyle, why don't you come on up here? And Kyle has been in band for 4 years. Can we give him a round of applause, please? And Kyle did the ultimate COVID challenge first semester. He did band on the internet. So that was an interesting time for both of us. But he did a nice job powering through electronic band. And Kyle, I'm very grateful for your musicianship. You're a wonderful piano player as well. So we bonded in that way. And it was great to get to know you this year. And so, Janelle, if you would give Kyle his plaque, that'd be great. Thank you, Kyle, very much. Yes. The next person we're going to honor is a student who I sort of recruited / he asked me if he could join, and I said, sure. We don't have anything to lose at this point, so join, welcome. So this student has been in band for a total of 1 year, but I have been quite amazed at the way that he's picked up the horn. This person is Jeff Brown, so Jeff, come on up. Jeff, yeah. Jeff's been in band for this school year, and he he has powered through the difficulties of the horn, which there are many of them, right? And it was fun to be able to teach him the basics of the horn. You're the first person I got to teach horn to, so that was fun. And I'm really grateful that you decided to take the leap and join us for this senior year. So thank you, Jeff. Okay, Janelle, I'll give you your plaque. All right. Next up, we have somebody who is arguably the biggest factor in the reason why this school year was a success. This person is a very kind individual, and I will miss him a ton when he is in the place that I just came from. He's going to go to my alma mater for college. And so I really am so thankful for all of his musicianship and his passion. And he took AP Music Theory with me this year, and he has been just an absolute delight and help this year. With anything that I need, he said, sure, I'll be there. And it was just amazing. So could we please give a huge round of applause to Mr. Grant Hesslink? Come on up, Grant. Thank you, Grant. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. This next person has fallen victim to mouth surgery. So he's not playing with us tonight, but he is here. And so I want to honor him just as much as everybody else. He's going to be able to play his trumpet again soon, and I hope that he does even after Grafton. This person is a wonderful guitar player. He didn't fail me during jazz band. He was there, and I was like, great, we've got an awesome rhythm section. If you were there last Sunday, it was a great concert as well. And this person is somebody that I could always count on to sort of, when I would be worried or something, he'd come into my office, and he brings sort of just a chillness to him. He's very, like, low-key, and it's going to be fine, he'll say. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. So let's bring up Dylan Knott. Come on up, Dylan. All right, we're going to keep on trucking here. We've got 11 seniors this year, so we are on number 5. This person, this person makes me laugh a lot. He he spends a lot of time in my office on A days, which we have an A or B day every other day, and he spends a lot of time in my office, and he and I go back and forth with jokes or can play off of each other, and it's quite amusing sometimes, the stuff that we can cook up together. And I also have been very appreciative of his time and his talent, his energy this school year. I've been very grateful to him as a percussionist. He has always sort of understood what I meant when I said something, which is sometimes not easy to do, especially when we're outside and you can't hear and people are just kind of worried about what's going on. So I'd like to bring up Mr. Ben Kaler, please. And Ben, always continue to send me those funny memes, okay? Nice job. Thank you. This next person I'd like to bring up, she has shown me a lot of perseverance this school year. It's been difficult for many reasons for both of us as far as how we play our instrument or how we continue to get better at our instrument, but she's grown so much, and I hope that she has learned one or two things from me. I know that she will continue to be a person that makes people feel really nice, feel positive as they continue to develop as musicians. And she offered me advice when I first showed up, and she helped me, this is usually what we do, or this is what Miss Stein did, or whatever. So it was great to have someone like that to offer me that advice. So can we please give a round of applause to Miss Olivia Looning? Come on up. All right, we're gonna keep going here. So the next guy I'd like to bring up, it's hard to imagine a high school student who could surpass this person's musicianship, and that is very difficult as far as how to put that into perspective. This person is going to be a phenomenal music educator. He's going to go study at DePaul in Chicago to be a choir director, I believe, but he hasn't ruled out band, so I'm kind of pushing for that. But he is absolute joy to have in my class. He's been unconditionally positive throughout this whole thing. With band, it's sometimes easy to get down on yourself about, well, we can't do anything we want to do, but we'll just do this. And he's been there to sort of be like, but we'll make it great, right? And that's what we're doing tonight. So let's give a huge round of applause to Mr. Michael Seibold, please. Come on out, Michael. Great. All right. We have another first year, a rookie. He is also a senior, but he sort of tagged along with Jeff and said, hey, I'll do it. I think he might have played percussion when he was in 5th grade band. I can't remember. But he also has taken on percussion, which is not an easy task as a senior and then as somebody who's new to the section, because if you look in the back there, everybody has to play everything, right? There's no, I just play timpani. No, you play everything. You're a percussionist, right? So you have to be able to do a lot of different things and put on a lot of different hats in the back. But I've been really proud of him. He's helped me with a project in my office. He's making me some shelves for our new music library to keep it organized, and the other ones were kind of falling apart, so we made some new ones. We're in the process of finishing that up. He's been a joy to have around. He's been so helpful as far as the musical or the tech or what we usually do, what have you done before, all of that stuff. And I've been absolutely delighted to teach him the basics of percussion this year. So that is Mr. Zach Taylor. Come on up. All right, we got 3 more. The next person is somebody that I also spend a lot of time with in my office. He has a study hall, and he comes down sometimes when he's maybe in work time, I think. I don't know kind of his schedule, but he comes down and visits me a lot, and I appreciate that. He also is a wonderful trumpet player. I'm gonna miss you senior trumpet players next year. It's always so comforting to know that like I could pass out anything and I just know the part's it's gonna be there, it's gonna play, and I will certainly miss that reliability, but I know there's some up and coming people, so get ready, Andrew. Okay, I'm just excited. I'm excited for his future. He is attending UW Milwaukee, and he's thinking about pursuing music ed or performance, and I know that no matter what path he goes down, he will be very successful. So can we give it up for Mr. Josh Turner, please? All right. This next person has probably spent the most time with me in my office, and she is one of 2 people in a section, and so I've been very thankful for her as far as being a reliable person. She's come in to help me on the weekends or with a project or stayed after school or voluntarily come out of another class. She's always somebody who, well, she's there because she's got a very loud laugh. But when you hear it, you know that there's probably something funny that's about to happen or that already did happen. And so I've been thankful for her help this year, and I hope that she continues to appreciate and play her flute, even if it's not in a band. It's always great to pull it out once in a while after you're done with a large group like this and play music, because it's a lifelong pleasure. It doesn't stop after you get your diploma, and I hope everybody knows that. So let's thank Miss Elise Wall. Come on up. Alrighty, and last up for our seniors, we have Miss Anna Wheeler. She is an oboe player, our only oboe player who's here this year in person, and she has been somebody who I've always been able to sort of talk about things with, and she gives me a very honest answer, which I appreciate. She's a very high-achieving academic student. I believe she came in 3rd, right? Where are you? She came in 3rd in her class rank, so I was like, very nice job, Anna. She is so dedicated to her studies, and I'm so glad that she stuck with band for 4 years as our oboist. So can we give a hand to Miss Anna Wheeler? Come on up. All right. As we continue here, I'm going to move into transition into the part of the ceremony where we are going to distribute 4 awards tonight that are sort of the traditional band awards. So we've got 4 awards, and their names will be engraved and placed on the plaque in the band room, where you can kind of see everybody who's gotten it in the past. And our John Philip Sousa Award goes back, I believe it goes back to the mid-1940s. Our plaque is very old, so there's quite a few names up there in our band room. So I'm excited to add another one this year. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about one other award. This award is titled the Director's Award for Band. And this award is given to someone who is oftentimes maybe not the person you'd expect, but is oftentimes the unsung hero of our band. And this person definitely, I believe, fits that as somebody who, no matter when I said we were having jazz band, he was there. Because if he wasn't there, we wouldn't have had band because he was the drummer. And so I'd like to give this award to Mr. Ben Kaler, the Director's Award. You deserve it, buddy. Good. We have another award here, and this award goes to somebody who excels in the area of jazz. So as you might know, we didn't have jazz band first semester just because we didn't know kind of what the COVID situation was. But second semester, we had jazz band, and we had our concert last Sunday. It was a great success. For those of you that were there, I hope you enjoyed it. And this person excels in jazz both here at GHS, and he also excels in jazz in outside organizations. He does have a passion for jazz, specifically playing the trumpet in jazz. He was involved with a jazz combo through the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra, so he was devoted to that. He transcribes solos, he arranges for jazz, he's into different chords. He asked me all about the theory behind jazz chords, and we had some really nerdy conversations, but they've been great. And so without further ado, I would like to please present the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award to Josh Turner. All right. The third award for sort of the honorary awards for the band room is titled the Patrick Gilmore Award. And this person, Patrick Gilmore, was a American bandmaster, and he in the Civil War, he played for every president that was in office while he was a band officer in the U.S. Army, and he was dedicated to musical excellence. That's sort of what his sort of whole persona was about. So the Patrick Gilmore Award is given to somebody who has a very outstanding sense of musicianship and commitment to the craft. And as I discussed earlier, this person is essentially unmatchable by a lot of people his age. And I know he's going to do amazing things. And so I'd like to give the Patrick Gilmore Musicianship Award to Michael Seibold. All right, and last but not least, before we play our final piece tonight, we have the John Philip Sousa Award. So the Sousa Award is award that's given to somebody who exhibits superior musicianship and outstanding dedication, and is the highest honor given in high school band across the United States. And this award dates back to John Philip Sousa, who was the conductor of the Marine Band in the 1800s, and wrote tons of famous marches, including the Stars and Stripes Forever. All of the ones you might know are probably by Sousa. And so this award is given to somebody who exhibits great musicianship, but also exhibits extreme and powerful dedication to this program. So as I discussed a little bit earlier in his earlier bio, I would like to give the Sousa Award to somebody who exhibits just those things: pure dedication, complete and total trust in myself as his new director, and somebody who I know is going to do wonderful things. He's going to major in music composition at UW-Eau Claire next year, which is a huge undertaking, and I'm so excited to see what he does up there. That's where I went to school, so I've been kind of telling him who to watch out for. But he's been a wonderful person again, and I'd like to give the Sousa Award to Grant Hessling. Come on up, Grant. All right. Well, thank you for your patience as we honored our seniors tonight. I put a little bit of their biographies in the program that kind of explains where they're headed, what they're up to. But I do hope that as you guys leave GHS in 7 days, that you are like mentally satisfied and sort of just grateful for the music opportunities you had throughout GHS. I know it was probably difficult with a new teacher for 3 of those years, but I'm glad I could be here for your last one. And remember that, like I said earlier, it doesn't stop here, right? Music is lifelong, and many of you know that as well. I hope you continue to play, or at least appreciate everything you learned about music throughout your time in Grafton schools, okay? With that being said, we're going to play our final piece. This piece is from a Russian comedy. It's by Dmitri Shostakovich, who is a very famous composer of a lot of his symphonic works are very popular. And it's from a musical comedy, and it's sort of portraying the chaos of these people who like moved in together and all the things that kind of happen when you become roommates, and that's kind of what's depicting. It also has a little bit of a history. Shostakovich was in Russia at the time of Stalin, and it's sort of attributed because Stalin would write things, or Shostakovich would write things for Stalin, and he would sort of poke fun at him, and that didn't go over so well for him sometimes, but he would, for an entrance or a fanfare march, he would maybe write something like this, which isn't very respectful to someone like that. So I hope you enjoy our last piece. It's called Gallop, and it's one of our harder pieces, but it's one of our favorites. So enjoy. So, sorry. As we conclude here, I do have some cake, some cookies, and some punch. And I'd really appreciate if you would partake in that, so I don't have to take it back to school. And the cake is a custom cake, and it says "Thank you, band seniors." So be sure to check that out as you enjoy a slice of it. I'm very thankful for all of you as well. Thank you for sticking with band during this crazy year. I'm really hoping that we get to somewhere more normal in the future as summer goes by. So thank you again for coming tonight. I really appreciate it, and thanks for your dedication. Have a great summer, everybody.